أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين للتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, and hope everyone is well. And can everyone hear me loud and clearly?
Walaikum assalam.
Yes, walaikum salam.
Brilliant.
Walaikum salam.
Walaikum assalam, yes.
Brilliant. So we actually have read lesson number 1. And we are going to now start the questions. So we haven't started the questions. And now we'll go through the questions. Or did we do all of them?
No.
So I know we did this, Tava explained this, but the exercises we didn't really do, except for reading them. Right, so we will start with Sister Kanwal Masroor.
Yes.
Alaikum assalam, how are you?
Yeah, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah.
Bismillah. So first question is Min Aina Hashim. If you read the question and then translate the question and then you answer it.
Min Aina Hashim.
Yep.
Where are you from, Hashim?
No, we're to know, there's no you, there's no anta.
Where is Hashim from?
Correct. So we go back to the lesson and he says, what does he say?
Hashim Minal Hindi.
Or if you want to say indeed, he is from.
Huwa Minal Hindi.
No, it's huwa means he is. How do you say indeed he is? You remember?
Inna.
Inna
Minal Hindi.
Innahu.
Innahu.
Yeah.
Innahu Minal Hindi.
Correct. So huwa by itself means he, but if you want to say surely he, so the huwa, it becomes abbreviated, it becomes shortened to hu. So when it's added with inna plus huwa becomes innahu. Innahu. Yeah, innahu.
Minal Hindi.
Minal Hindi, correct. Next question, number 2.
Ayuhibbul mudarrasu.
Now just look at this carefully. Ayuhibbuhu
ayuhibbuhul mudarrasu.
Al-mudarrisu, okay, correct. So here, what will be the translation?
Are you love your teacher or
No.
are you like your teacher?
No. The word, let's break it down. The word yuhibbu, which form is this of the verb, of the present tense? Present single. He, huwa, yuhibbu.
Is a huwa.
Yes,
huwa.
exactly. So huwa is he, not you.
Yeah.
So-
He loves teacher.
No. Look at al-mudarrisu. Now the word al-mudarrisu, what harakat does the scene have? What does harakat what harakat does it have? Ish.
Is Dhamma?
Yeah. It has a dhamma, correct?
Yeah, it has a one Dhamma.
Yeah, so whenever a noun comes and it has a, let me just remove this actually, it's a nuisance. Whenever a noun comes after a verb and it has a dhamma, it means that that verb is the doer of the verb. Remember I said every verb, what does every verb require?
Has a doer.
Exactly. So, and every doer in the Arabic language, it comes with a dhamma or a dhamma tanween, depending upon if there's alif lam or there's no alif lam.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, so here, this word is coming with the alif lam.
Yes.
So here, al-mudarrisu is the file. So does the teacher, the pronoun who, can you see who here?
Yes.
He. Now, the translation be, does the teacher like him?
Oh, yes.
Does the teacher like him?
Yes.
Let's go back to the al-mudarrisu. Can you read this second one?
Yes. Alhamdulillah wa kaifa Alhamdulillah wa kaifa halaka anta ya haluka anta ya Hashimu ana uhibbuka kasiran ya Hashim. إنك طالب ذكي ومجتهد وذو خلق آمن باكستان أنت من الهندي يا هاشم. I have to translate it.
Yes, please. Absolutely.
Yeah. I am fine by the grace of Allah. And how are you, O Hashim? I love you, O Hashim. You are hardworking and intelligent and well-mannered. Are you from Pakistan or from India, O Hashim?
So what does it say over here?
Ana ahabbuka kasiran. Yes.
Yeah. What does that mean? I love you.
A lot.
I like you a lot. So the word kathiran. So over here, kathiran. Can you see that, everyone? Yes. So here, kathiran. What harakat does the ra have? Fatha tanween. Yes.
Fatha tanween.
Yeah. So now, was you, Sister Kanal, did you join the Sunday class by any chance?
No.
Okay. So all the nouns in the Arabic language, all nouns in the Arabic language have three harakat. Dhamma or dhamma tanween, which is called the halatul raf, the nominative case. Fatha tanween or a fatha, which is called nasab, accusative case. And a kasra or a kasra tanween, which is called halatul jar, which is in English called the genitive case. So, for example, when a noun comes mudaf ilay, what happens to the second noun?
Double kasra.
Yeah, double kasra, depending upon if it comes alif lam or without alif lam. Yes.
Yes.
And what about here? Min al fasli. What's happening here?
Because of the harf jar.
Yep.
Is majroor.
Excellent. Excellent. So these are the three states of a noun: raf, nasb, and jar. Okay.
Yeah.
Now here we are talking about a fatha. Fatha tanween, kathiran. Now here the verb kathiran is coming as an object for a verb. I like you a lot. What are you doing the action of? What is the action you're doing a lot? Loving, liking.
Yeah, liking.
Okay. So here originally what should have been here? I'm not going to be able to write. Let me see if I could write on there. Give me 2 seconds. So over here, I hope this works. 1 second. No. Okay, it's not good. Let me try it again. So originally here, it should be Ana uhibbuka hubban kathira. Ana uhibbuka hubban kathira. So what's happened is that because when I am loving you, I'm liking you a lot. What are you doing the action of a lot? Hubban kathira. As you know, kathir is abundance, is an adjective. It's describing how much you're doing something, correct?
Yes.
So the verb hub is a verb. So the noun for hub, uhibbu, it's hubban. So it's coming with the two fatha tanweens.
Okay.
So let me just, so this here, it should be hubban kathira. So hubban kathira means liking a lot. So kathiran, so the hub has been dropped. This has been dropped. And just the word kathira is representing that I like you a lot. Should be originally hubban kathira. Hub has been dropped. Hubban, only kathira has been mentioned. Now kathira itself is an object for the verb uhibbu. And it comes with a two fatha tanweens to show this is the object of the verb uhibbuka. Is that clear?
Yes.
So where,
Sheikh, object is
mansoob.
maful bi, right?
Yes, maful bihi. Maful bihi means, now, okay. There are in the Arabic language now, I'm going to go in a bit detail. This I don't know if you want now. Okay, question for everyone. Do you want me to teach you in a lot of details in book lesson 1, or do you want me to go to on superficial? Because I did spend like with other classes 3 weeks on this lesson. So
No, we need a lot of detail because how will we
Yeah.
stand?
you want me to give me a lot of details? Yes.
Yes, please.
Good. That's good. I like that because I wanted to teach in this way because, mashallah, everyone's quite intelligent and witty in this class. So that's the reason why I want to go in details. So let me show you now. So here, okay, let's go. So here, it should have been, oh, that's why I hate. Okay, sorry. I'm just trying to use a pen on there, but the pen doesn't work properly. Okay, that's fine. That's not an issue. Let's disable it. Okay. Right. Now, una uhibbuka hubban kathira. Now, if you're doing an action upon someone, that is called object. What is it called? So if you're doing if a verb is doing an action upon someone, it's called an object. And sometimes what happens is that, let me show you. Sometimes what happens is that you don't have an object, but you have another verb, another noun, which comes and describes the quality or the quantity and the description of the noun, that how the action was performed. Was it performed severely? Was it performed thoroughly? Or was it performed intensely? Do you understand so far? So sometimes a verb, after a verb, you have a noun which comes as an object, but this object is not as a noun upon whom the action has been done upon, but it is an object which explains about the description of how the action is being undertook. And that type of noun is called maf'ul mutlaq. Maf'ul means object. Mutlaq means the type of action which is being performed. I'll give you an example in English. I went to the school. I ran to the school like I was running a marathon. I ran to the school like I was running a marathon. So running like a marathon, what is that doing?
Describing the verb.
Exactly, it's describing the actual measure of how the action is taking place. And in Arabic, so the whole lesson today is going to be on this concept. So give me 2 seconds, and let me find that handout. Give me 2 seconds. Okay. Who should I bring on the mic? Let's bring Sister Farhat Ali.
Alaikum.
Alaikum salam. How are you?
Alhamdulillah.
Okay, now I'm going to explain something very important, but before I do that, I just want to clear that. That's done. Okay, come on the mic, and now let's read together. Now, let me just make this short. And inshallah, I'll give you examples from the Quran as well to explain this further as well. Direct object. Sister Farhat, let's read. What is a direct object?
What is a direct object? A direct object is a noun signifying the thing to which the action of a verb was done.
Correct.
It does not change the form of the verb. Example, the student sharpened his pencil.
Okay, now here, example. The student sharpened his pencil. So what was the student doing? He was in the action of sharpening. And what did he sharpen?
His pencil.
His pencil. So here, a direct object is a noun signifying the thing to which the action of a verb was done upon. So the sharpening was the action done upon the pencil itself.
So the direct object is the pencil?
Yes, this is called maf'ul bihi.
Okay.
So do you want me to write this word down in Arabic as well? Oh, I'll give it to you in a bit. Give me 2 seconds. I'll give you this in a minute. Just 1 second. Now, his pencil, go ahead.
Okay. His pencil is the direct object because it signifies the thing which was sharpened.
Correct.
However, it does not change the form of the passive verb when it becomes the representative of the subject.
Okay, forget this because that's not a concern at the moment. I'm not teaching that. So let me give you the example in the Arabic language. Now, in the Arabic language, the verb bara. Can everyone see this? Bara at-tilmidhu qalaman. Write this example down. Bara at-tilmidhu qalaman. The student sharpened. What did he sharpen?
His pencil.
A pencil. So can you see the 2 fatha tanweens?
Yeah.
Yes.
So this 2 fatha tanweens is showing that in Arabic, this is the word al-maf'ulu bihi. Al-maf'ulu bihi in English is called the direct object for the verb. So bara'at al-midhu, the student directly sharpened the pencil itself. Clear?
Mhm.
Yes? Okay, brilliant. Now, let's bring me another student on the mic. Sister, who should I bring next on the mic? Sister, it's difficult. Durdana Zaidi.
Assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam. Now, Sister Durdana Zaidi, the next word we're going to understand, it's ma huwal al-maf'ulu al-mutlaqu. So what is maf'ul mutlaq? So this is an Arabic term, al-maf'ulu al-mutlaqu. Okay, maf'ul mutlaq. Now it's good that I've got English teacher as well. I'm going to ask her, English teacher, you know who I'm talking to. Can you come on the mic? There's an sister.
Alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Okay. Now being a teacher, what is a cognate object?
Putting me on the spot, right? Is that an indirect object?
Let's go to the dictionary. Let's go to the dictionary and I'll tell you the meaning from that as well.
Are you talking about akil and ghair akil?
No, not at all, not at all. Okay, let me just send you this definition in the group as well. And then I'll explain it. I know the Arabic, but I'm giving you to the English as well, so that when you explain these concepts to a people around you, they can understand as well. Just give me 1 second, I'll send it across as well. Cognate object, noun, grammar. A direct object that has the same linguistic. Go on, sister. Sister Zaidi, go. Yeah, Sister Monazali, go ahead. Explain this. A direct object. I've sent in the WhatsApp group.
You sent it in the WhatsApp group? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on 1 second. Let me just open it up. Okay, a direct object that has the same linguistic derivation as the verb which governs it, as in sing a song. A direct object which makes explicit a semantic concept that is already present in the semantics of the verb which governs it, as in eat some food. So I think we're taking the verb and making an object by conjugating the verb into an object.
Excellent. That is brilliant. I'll explain that now. So what happens itself, maf'ul mutlaq, what it is, it's a noun and it's an object, it's a object, and this object, which is of course a noun, the word is derived from the same root word of the verb itself, which is being accomplished. I'll give you an example in Arabic, you'll understand. I'll give you the example first. If I say, now everyone knows this, Sister Mona, you should be able to say this. This is an imperative, yes? Look on the screen. Isbir.
Isbir.
Sabran.
Sabran.
Jamila.
Jamila.
So here, isbir means is an order, it's a command.
Yeah.
Do patience. What type of patience? You describe, ask him to do? Sabran.
Beautiful patience.
Exactly. So here the word sabran is a derivative noun from the verb. It shares the same root word as the verb. It comes as an object to explain how and the method in which the action is being performed. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So in the English translation, it said, eat food. If you say eat some food, it means that the quantity of how much eating is being done. I ate like a monster. So eating like a monster and eating some morsel of food, what's the difference? The quantity, yes?
Yes.
So this type of objective noun or object noun is called maf'ul mutlaq in Arabic, and in the English language is called cognate object. Okay, does that make sense to anyone or still confused?
I'm still confused.
Good, that's very good. Thank you for saying and being clear. Let's go to the Quran. I'll explain this and
It's hard.
This is that's what I'm doing. I'm teaching this book at a very difficult level, intentionally. The reason why, because I want you to understand the Quran, and for me to get you to that level, I have to teach a very tough level so that you are able to understand the Quran. Let me go to Surah.
Can I explain again, Sheikh, while you're looking for it?
Let's go to this.
Yes, sister, can you please explain
Sure.
again?
So when you have a verb, this is what Sheikh is teaching us, that when you have a verb, you have the object of a verb, right? So I run a marathon. Marathon does not come from the word run. We agree? But if I say a sentence like I sing a song, now song comes from the word to sing.
Yes.
So when the word is the object is a modified version of the verb, it's a cognitive object.
It can.
Yes, I understand now.
So I think like moving forward, we'll have to look at vocabulary and look at Arabic vocabulary and see the root and see the, the conjugation of the object to see if it comes from the verb.
Excellent. That's absolutely correct. So you have the verb, and then you have an object, and this object, it comes in the state of nasab in the accusative case, but this word is sharing the same root word of the verb which is being used in that sentence. And what this does, this word or this noun, it clarifies, explains about the description of how the action has taken place or will be taking place itself. Is that clear?
Yes.
Kind of.
Okay, let's go to the Quran. I want to give you examples from the Quran so that you understand. Even with the, okay, I like this one here. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So this word, this ayah of the Quran. Ya Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Ya ayyuhal muzammil. Qumil layla illa. So let's change it. Go to this one here actually. Just give me 1 second. So over here now, in Surah Muzammil, this ayah is coming, and I'm going to explain this ayah to yourself, which says, give me 1 second. It says here, let's do this one here, number 4. أوزد عليه ورتل القرآن ترتيلا. Now, al-rattil, let me tell you, the rattil is an imperative. Rattil is an imperative. Al-Qur'ana. Can you see al-Qur'ana having a fatha?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, rattil Qur'ana is talk to Rasulullah that chant, recite the Quran. How to recite it? Like a chanting.
Mm-hmm.
So Rasulullah is being addressed. Warattil Qur'ana, chant the Quran. So Quran is the object, direct object. What are you doing? Reciting the Quran. How are you going to perform this action of reciting the Quran? Now this word here, tartila, is coming with a fatha tanween, correct?
Yeah.
Can you see this?
Yes.
Now tartila is sharing the same root word as rattil, which is an imperative. It's an imperative and it's sharing the same root word. So here, tartila is explaining how the action of the reciting of the Quran is being established itself. So chant the Quran in a measure of chanting. Like recite the Quran in a measure of reciting itself. You got described that you're reciting the Quran in a nice, beautiful melody itself. So tartila, it's sharing the same root word as the verb, and it comes in the state of the accusative case, and this is called maf'ule mutlaq, cognate object noun. Is that clear now?
Yes.
Yes, mashallah.
More practice though.
Yeah, I'll give you more. I'm going to give more examples because this is for me to get yourself closer to the Quran and how the Quran. I have to go through these different ayats of the Quran. So give me 2 seconds. Now let me give some other examples from here now. Qatala means to qatal, to kill, to murder someone. Al-harisu is what? Haris is a security guard, okay? So qatala is a past tense verb. Al-harisu is a noun which is occurring after the verb, coming with a dhamma, and this is the doer. Is a doer of the verb of qatala. Okay. What did he? The security guard killed who? Who did he kill? Al-lissa. Al-lissa is a thief. So the security guard killed the thief. Now, al-lissa has a fatha, correct? So this is the direct object. Al-lissa is the everyone? Direct object, maf'ul bihi.
Yeah.
And the verb now here, qatalan is coming as well. Qatalan is sharing the same root word as qatala, correct?
Cognate.
Now this is called maf'ul mutlaq, cognate object, because it's explaining that the thief killed the thief a killing, meaning that he left him, give him some life. No, he killed him properly. He was dead. So this qatlan is explaining how the action was taking place upon the direct object itself. So like for example, you may stab someone and may not die there. But if you're stabbing in such a manner that you brutally wound him and he dies at the site, that's called qatlan, qatala al-haris or lissa qatla. He killed him. He finished him. So this is called maf'ule mutlaq. Is that clear now?
Yeah. What about in the other sentence? Asbir, sabran, jamila. There's only maf'ul bihi. No mutlaq, right?
There is mutlaq here.
In the this one.
Yeah, there is. I'll show you. So here, isbir, sabran, jamila. So isbir, do patience. What type of patience? Sabran, jamila. So here is explaining the type of patience you are meant to establish or accomplish.
So Jamilan is maf'ulun mutlaq.
Both of them together. Sabran, jamilan is an adjective for sabr. So as long as this is the main thing you need to remember, as long as there is a noun which comes after the verb and it shares the same root word, it would be called maf'ul mutlaq. And jamilan is coming after the root, the word which shares the same root word as isbir. Jamilan is coming as an adjective for sabr. What type of sabr? Sometimes people are impatient. That's a type of impatient. That's a type of patience of someone. And some people are very patient. And some people show beautiful patience that you could do whatever to them, they don't get angry. So here, sabran jamila is a description for sabr itself. Clear?
Okay.
Yes?
Sheikh, there's another example, verse number 8 of Surah Muzammil.
Yeah, I know. There's loads of examples. I'm going to gradually go through them. Okay, let me just give one more example from me, and then I'll go to, because I've got this whole handout and I've got examples from the Quran for you. So don't worry, I've got this handout, and in this handout, I've got examples for you. Okay, let me go through these examples. Okay, let's do this one. So this is the ayah system when I was referring to. وَرَتِّلِ الْقُرْآنَ تَرْتِيلًا, and recite the Quran in a measured tone. So tartila is maf'ule
mutlaq.
mutlaq. So whenever you see a word in the Quran, it shares there's a verb, and it shares the same letters, and it comes with a two fathat tanween. It's called maf'ule mutlaq. Next one. Kallama, the verb kalam, the word kalam. Kalam means what?
To talk.
To
Words.
talk. Exactly, speak. Kallama is a verb, past tense verb. Kallama, like sallama, like tahara. Kallama. Who is speaking?
Allah.
Allah is speaking. Correct. So kallama Allahu Musa. Allah spoke to
Musa.
taklima. So kaf lam mim is there. So taklima is coming as a maf'ul mutlaq. So now, for example, if I speak to someone, I say assalamu alaikum, and if I say to someone assalamu alaikum, how are you, what are you doing, how's your family, and have a long conversation, what's the difference between the two?
The other one is mutlaq. Give too much information. Ask him.
Exactly. So kallama Allah Musa, have a conversation. What type of conversation? It could be a brief conversation, it could be an in-depth conversation. But here it says kallama Allah Musa, Allah spoke to Musa. What type of conversation? Taqlima, means a thorough conversation here. It was not a chit-chat, it was a proper conversation. So here taqlima, it comes from the same root as kallama, and it comes with two fatha tanweens, or a fatha depending on if there's alif lam, and this is called maf'ule mutlaq. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yes, Sheikh is the imperative of kalama.
The imperative, the kallama is past tense.
Okay, taklima, no, is the taklima is the imperative of?
No. No. Taklima is a masdar, is a root word.
Oh, root word.
Okay, let me write this down for you. Give me 1 second.
Sheikh, do we pronounce the dhamma, the double dhamma at the end
Which one?
of the sentence? The takliman. Do we say
No.
takliman or taklima?
It depends upon if you're going to continue reading it, then you read takli. If you're going to continue reading the ayah, وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى takliman, then you continue the sentence, then without stopping, then you read takliman. But if you're going to stop there, then you will say وَكَلَّمَ اللَّهُ مُوسَى taklima.
Okay,
So Sheikh,
thank
I
you.
have a question.
Yep.
For taklima, is it coming from, when we were doing our present tense, taklimani, taklimuna?
No,
and then
no.
This is different.
No, this is called the infinitive.
Okay.
Infinitives are the root words from which the verbs are derived from.
Okay.
So I need to teach you them yet because I haven't had the chance, because book 2 is a very important book now, inshallah. Now we've done the tough part of the Arabic language. Now it's trying to understand the concepts and the harakat and the noun grammar. So inshallah, I'll go through that when I get the time on that as well. So I'll give you this verb and I want you to conjugate this verb. And I'm going to send this in the group. I'm just writing this down.
Getting harder, huh?
And you want to understand the Quran, and if I don't get hard, who's going to get hard? I have to teach you the Quran, and the Quran is a living miracle. So to understand the Quran, you need to study a few subjects. So can you see in the just sent in the group? And apologies, I am doing it hard. The book is not hard, but I'm teaching in a method to give you a thorough understanding. So look at this verb which I've sent you. Kallama, yukallimu, and kallim is the imperative. Has everyone received it in the chat box?
Yes.
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 Yeah. I want
And what
everyone. I want
meaning it-
Kallama, he spoke. He spoke to someone. He spoke to someone. So kallama, yukallimu, and kallim is the imperative. So this is a past tense. Kallama Allah Musa, taklima. Musa spoke to Allah, a conversation. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Person who is going to go next on the mic? Sister
Can you
Salma.
Sheikh, can you give us one example for the maf'ul bihi?
I will give you them. I'll give you them. I'll do maf'ul bihi. Give me a few more examples, and I'll inshallah go to maf'ul bihi as well. So, Sister Salma, can you come on the mic?
Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh.
Alaikum salam. Number 3. Inna fatahnaka.
Inna fatahnaka fathan mubina.
Correct. So inna, surely we, fatahnaka, we gave you victory.
Yes. A good victory, a clear victory.
Yeah, fathan. So fathan, same root word as fataha. Fathan mubina is clear, which is coming as an adjective for fathan.
Yes.
Clear?
Yes.
So this is maf'ule.
Mutlaq.
Excellent. Sister Mansura. Alaikum salam. Next one. Nada rabbahu.
Can you make it a little bigger?
Yes, I can.
Thank you. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. إذ نادى ربه نداء خفيا.
So nida and nada is the same root word. When he called his Lord, nida'an khafiya means silent, secret.
Okay.
So secret is an adjective for nida, the call. And this is maf'ule mutlaq. Next person, Sister Kulsum Behmani. Alaikum assalam. Man mata ar-rasulul a'zamu. This hadith everyone knows. Man mata.
Man mata wa huwa la ya'rifu imamahu. Mata mi'atan.
Mitatan.
Oh, mitatan jahiliyat.
Correct. So man mata, whoever dies, wahuwa, and he does not recognize his imam. Mata, he died. What type of death? Mitatan jahiliya.
Ignorance.
A death of ignorance.
Exactly. So mitatan, it's a root word of maut. So mitatan, it's a maf'ul mutlaq explaining what type of death. You can die a death of, like you have these man mata ala hubbi ali Muhammad mata. Man mata ala hubbi ali Muhammad mata.
Ilman.
No, mata shahida.
Mata shahida. Okay, something good because
In the love of Ahlul Bayt al-Muslim.
Yeah,
he dies as a
leader. Yeah.
Yeah, he dies a death of a martyr.
A martyr, shahidan. Okay,
Yeah.
so I have a question for you, one more. So, maitatan is a maf'ulun mutlaq. What about jahiliyatun?
Jahiliyatan, it's explaining the description of this death. Is he dying a mitatan imaniya or mitatan jahiliya?
Okay, so are both of those considered maf'ulun mutlaq or
Yes.
just
All for them together.
the whole phrase?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Shukran.
So jahiliya is a description for mitatan as an adjective explaining what type of death. Sister Najla, is that clear for you now?
I'm still I'm still struggling.
Okay, that's fine. Let's do some more examples. Okay, let me explain something else as well for you. Now, maf'ul mutlaq has 3 different types. So Sister Najla, let's read this together. Okay, where's it gone? Just 1 second. This one here, number 3, 35. What is a cognate object? Read this, please.
Cognate object is a noun that follows the verb for emphasis. For example, the guard truly killed the thief.
Arabic, read the Arabic now. Qatala al-harisu.
Al-harisu al-issa qatala.
Qatla.
Yes.
So here, the word qatlan is coming with a fatha tanween, and it
Yes.
shares the same root word as qatala. Qatala is a verb.
Yes.
Qatlan is a noun, shares the same root word as qatala. So this is called maf'uli mutlaq. So always a maf'uli mutlaq will share the same root word of the verb which is being used in that sentence. Is that clear? That is the that is the main sign.
Yes, it's clear now.
Next example.
For type example, be patient with the beautiful patience.
Correct. Isbir.
Isbiro sabran jamila.
Yeah. So now this is explaining. First was for the emphasis. I killed him. I wiped him at this emphasis. But now isbir sabran jamila. This is explaining the type of patience you are trying to admonish, you're trying to recommend or suggest.
Yes. So sabran jamila is maf'ulun mutlaq.
Yes, maf'ul mutlaq, and it's of type. This giving a description of type of patience you are insisting or requesting.
Okay. The clock struck twice. Alwa. I cannot read it very well. Alwa dehi.
No, dakkat as-sa'atu.
Okay. Dakkato sa'ato
Dakkataini.
Dakkataini.
It means that the watch struck twice.
Yes.
So dakkataini is 2 clicks, meaning that I'll give you an example. Dharabtuhu dharbatan wahidatan. Dharabtuhu dharbatan wahidatan. Explain here.
Zarabtahu
Dharbatan wahidatan.
The
Translation.
he struck
I hit him.
I hit him with just 1 strike.
Exactly. Exactly. So I hit him with 1 strike. It's called maf'ul mutlaq, and it's of number. How many strikes did you do? How many times did you perform this action? Once.
1. Okay.
Is that clear now?
Yes.
Sister Nazneen Rahim, is that clear for you?
Yes.
Sister Durdana, is that clear for you?
Yes, Alhamdulillah.
Okay. One of the things of the Quran has been understood by you, maf'ul mutlaq. Now in Surah,
questions.
just 1 second.
What are the 3 types? You said there are 3 types of this maf'ul mutlaq. What are they? The first one is?
I'll explain to you. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Kalla idha dukkat al-ardu dakkan dakka. In Surah Fajr. Kalla idha dukkat al-ardu dakkan dakka. So this is the example of maf'ul mutlaq. Dakkan dakka is the same root word as dakka, sharing the same root word. So the 3 types are here. For emphasis, number 1. Number 2, type. Number 3, number. So these are the 3 types of maf'ul mutlaq which can come in a sentence itself. Is that clear?
Yes.
Emphasis.
Right. I'm going to send out a handout to yourselves in the group and try to go over this handout. And inshallah, I will continue this lesson for about 2 weeks because I want to teach, I may teach yourself in a different method from the other classes. So it depends on how much you're able to absorb, and I'll teach it accordingly. Just give me 2 seconds. Yes, anyone have any questions?
Sheikh, this week is a big holiday in the US. We have a 4-day weekend. It's Thanksgiving, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
A lot of us are traveling or have family coming. So it's going to be difficult. How do you want us to proceed with this lesson? Just
okay, that's fine. Next week, I'll not have a lesson.
Okay.
And then the following week, when we'll have the lesson, we'll have a longer lesson then.
Okay, thank you.
So that's fine. We could do that. The only thing is that I'll send you the handout out to yourself now. I've sent it to you.
Okay.
Have a look at it. And understand as much as you can.
Okay.
I've sent you 2 handouts, and okay, what I'm trying to do as well with yourselves. So let me explain the things. I've sent you this handout, both of these handouts out. So what I'm trying to do with yourselves is that I want you to reach the understanding to be able to understand the Quran. Now, there is 2 ways. One is that just follow the book calmly, slowly, and work with the pace of the book. But what I'm trying to do, whenever there are things in the book which are mentioned, which the book hasn't really explained that much, I'm trying to somehow elaborate on those concepts so that in a short period, you will have a more of an in-depth understanding. And when you refer to the Quran, you will pick up, oh, yes, I understand that point now. So that is what I'm trying to do. So if you're finding it's Sheikh is a bit too much, you're going into detail, just tell me, message me, and I will dilute them, and I'll make it more palatable for you. So inshallah, I will try to do it in a manner which can digest it so that you can understand the Quran itself. So we just spent 1 hour on just one concept, and there's more other things as well in this lesson 1, which I need to explain. So inshallah, I may have to spend like 2 weeks on this lesson just to try to give you more understanding and more of an in-depth understanding so that you can benefit further, inshallah. Any questions?
We'll still have class on Monday, right?
If you got Thanksgiving and if it's going to be difficult for yourselves, then
No. I mean, Thanksgiving is Thursday, Friday. It's over. Monday is a regular working day.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
we have off.
We can take class.
We have off here.
Yeah, I request a class on Monday because then it just throws the schedule off.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine.
Thank you, Sheikh.
Okay, that's fine. So just do as much as you can, and if you can't do the homework, that's fine. Don't do the but at least attend the class on Monday, and I'll go through this more in depth, because what I've done, I've just embedded the seed of you to know there's a direct object and a cognate object as well. Because what I may do with yourselves now in the Arabic language, there's different types of objects as well. For example, I'll give you an example. In Arabic, we say, I'll give you an example. The army stood up. The army stood up in respect of the general. The army stood up in respect of the general. Now, the question which you'll ask, why did the army stand up? Yes? Why did the army stand up?
Respect the general.
Exactly. So now this word in Arabic is, you say kumtu, okay, so kama al jundu ijlalan. Ijlalan is respect. So here, the word ijlalan is an object, is a maf'ul, but this maf'ul is, why is this action of standing being done? It's in honoring the general. So this type of maf'ul is called maf'ul, causal maf'ul, causal object. That why did the action take place, or the object take place? The object took place because they wanted to respect, the general. Now I'll give you an example in the Quran. Thank you, doctor. You're always good. In the Quran, does anyone know the ayah of the Quran? Let me show you. This is only one example, and that is it. This is an example of a causal object. I'll give you the ayah now. Give me 2 seconds. Now, in the Quran, in verse number, I'll give you the, let me bring it onto the screen. I just want to give you, I just want to make Arabic enjoyable, that you know that, mashallah, where you were and where you're going. I just want to give you a taster. So give me 1 second. This is a really important one, and you'll love it. No, because I can remember when I did this, I thought, wow, subhanallah, this is years ago. Let me show you this ayah. In Surah, if you got the Quran, Surah Bani Israel, verse number 31. Surah Bani Israel, verse number 31. I'm going to ask Sister Durdana, as you sister, I did ask you to come on the mic, but I didn't ask you to read. Sister Durdana, come on the mic.
Yeah, assalamu alaikum.
Alaikum assalam. It says, Wala taqtulu, read this, Wala taqtulu awlad.
1 second, I'll read from the Quran.
Yes, please.
Hey, could you share your screen, please?
Let me just change the Quran as well, because I've got the difficult text Quran. Let me change it to the easy text one. Give me 1 second.
Okay, can you share your screen, please?
Yeah, I'll do that now. Give me 1 second.
Which ayah is it? Sheikh?
Thank you.
Give me 1 second. I'm going to share Surah Bani Israel, verse number 31. I thought I had shared the screen, but I haven't. So I've used the actual Indo-Pakistani text format, so that's easy for you to read. So it's verse number 31. This one here. This one here, I hear Wala taqtulu. Durdana, can you see? Wala taqtulu awladakum.
Where is that?
This one here.
From here. Wala taqrabu.
Wala taqtulu. You do not
Wala
kill.
taqtulu awladakum khashyata imlaq.
Correct. Let's break it down. Wala, lam is nahi, means do not. You do not kill. Wala taqtulu, you do not kill. Who do you not kill? Waladun, awladun.
Your children.
Excellent. So can you see the dal? On the dal there's a fatha.
Yeah.
So awladakum is mudaf ilay, and it's what is it? It's the maf'ul of what?
Taqtulu.
Excellent. You do not kill your children. Why are you killing your children? Khashyata imlakin. Exactly. So do not kill your children because of poverty.
Oh.
The word khashya means fear. Imlak means poverty, meaning financial poverty. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Nahnu narzukukum. Nahnu, we, razaka yarzuku, we, nahnu narzukuhum. We will provide them, wa iyyakum, and you as well.
Oh.
So here, the question which comes, why are you killing your children? The answer is, khashyata imlakin. So here, you will see the word khashyata, it coming with a fatha. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, khashya.
And awladakum is also coming with a fatha as well. This is maf'ul bihi. Do not kill your children. This is the direct object. And khashyata imlakan is an object, but this object is a causative object. That why are you killing your children? Is because of poverty.
So here the verb is different than the object.
Yeah,
one-
yeah. This is different. This is a third type of object. This is called causative object. This explains, this here explains the reason. The previous was about the quantity and description of the action, severe or how many blows, but here, causative object explains the reason why you're doing the action of killing. Like I explained, the army stood up respecting the general. So the question is, why did the army stand up? Because he wanted to respect the general. So here, khashyat, why are you killing your children? Is because of poverty.
So the verb is, giving the reasoning for
Yeah,
like.
that's right. This is giving the reasoning why you're doing the action of killing.
Okay, I have a question here.
Yep.
Like you said, wala taqtulu is
Yep.
the file is wala awladukum. Awladakum is the you said is the file, right?
No. Awladakum is the maf'ul, is the direct object. You do not kill your children.
Okay, yeah.
So anta, antum is you, is the fa'il. You do not. What did you do? You do not do? You do not kill who? Your children. Why are you killing your children? Because of poverty. So this is another type of object, which is called a causative object. And inshallah, I will teach you that as well. There are other as well. For example, I'll give you another example, and then I'll end the class here. You know, in the Quran, what did Mawla Ali alayhi salam do in salat, in namaz? Khairat, correct? Now this action of giving khairat in namaz, you know the Sunnis don't believe in this. Yes, you know that, yes?
Yeah.
They say that Mawla Ali's namaz must have become batil because you cannot do any action in namaz. That is their pretext and their understanding. Okay, and we use the word Mawla Ali alayhi salam gave his ring in sajda. Now this here, wahum raki'un, while he was performing his bowing. Yeah, ruku, bowing, ruku. Now this itself, now here also you can have a whole sentence as well now, which can be an object as well. Wahum raki'un. So wa here is coming in the meaning of hal. Mawla Ali alayhi salam, he was in the state of namaz and in the state of bowing, and he gave his ring as alms. So this is another example of which is called state, indicating the state on how the action is being performed as well. So inshallah, these things I will cover it, inshallah, as long as you are able to absorb and understand. I will cover these few different types of objective nouns itself, so that you will have some sort of understanding when it comes in the Quran itself. Inshallah. Today's lesson was just an introduction, to be honest with you. Any questions from you?
So beautiful.
Can a verb is different than the object? Same meaning but different words.
So if it's this, a very good question. So if the object is different from the verb, then it will be direct object. But if it's the same root word, then it's maf'ul bihi. Just like we have spoken earlier, if it has the same root word, then it's called maf'ul mutlaq, cognate object.
Yeah, but verb is different word and object is different, but the same meaning.
So that would be still
two different words.
Yeah, if there's a different word, but conveying, so that would still be as cognate, it would be maf'ul mutlaq, because it's sharing the same word.
Okay.
Okay. Right. I hope it was not a bit too challenging for everyone. If it is, just tell me and I will stop. I won't go too much detailed.
So Jazakallah Sheikh, I'm very happy that I am understand a little bit of Quran. Jazakallah.
This book 3 is going to mainly help you to understand the Quran itself. The first 2 books was trying to understand the main concepts. Now this book is now going to trying to open the doors for the Quran, teaching the grammar of the Quran. Now, for example, like book lesson 1, which we're going to do today, it talks about inna. So when inna comes, it enters a nominal sentence. So inna rabbaka yabsutu rizqa, and inshallah I'll explain how inna is coming and changing the sentence itself, inshallah, next week, inshallah, as well.
It's really interesting, mashallah.
Jazakallah.
So only thing I need, I need your cooperation in the sense that, okay, I'm going to leave, not tell Sheikh, and vacation from lessons now, because I am trying my best to try to teach you in a very simplistic, simple manner, like it's absorbable and palatable for you. And if you just listen to that, and inshallah, I'll try my best to explain it as really simple so that you can understand these concepts. Because I know they're challenging, but I'll try to make it simple for you. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad wa ajil faraj.
You hear me? Can you hear me? Hello?
Okay, Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. اللهم كن لوليك الحجة بن الحسن صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقائدا وناصرا ودليلا وأين حتى تسكنه أرضك أو تمتع فيها طويلا واجعلنا من أنصاره وشيتك وجندك برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. I may send you the different types of object nouns itself so that you can read through, and then inshallah when you come in class you have some sort of prior knowledge as well, inshallah. Okay, so there's the master dua, and inshallah I'll see you next week.